What's up guys, JK Disc up here, and today we got another cast of plastic disc to try out for you guys. This one is going to be my favorite cast of plastic disc that I've ever thrown, and for that, it's also the best mid-range I've ever thrown. Today, we're going to be talking about the Kak Z. So why do I like this mid-range over every other mid-range I've ever thrown, guys? Well, it's simply because it's not really shaped like a mid-range. Alright, as you can tell that it's kind of almost shaped like a fairway driver. It doesn't have that blunt edge, which I've talked about on this channel, and I don't like the blunt edge for mid-ranges, and that's why I typically steer away from them. But the Kak Z has that fairway driver feel, but it's still in a slow enough disc that I can get to not push super far. I still can get 300, 325 distance out of it, but I know I'm not going to push the basket too far, and it goes dead straight for me. If I take a little bit off of me, I can get some fade, and if I put a little bit much on it, I can get a slight turn out of it, but for the most part, this disc is going straight and it's landing flat, which is perfect. So today, we're going to test this out for you guys. So let's jump in right to hole number one. So hole number one's really exactly the type of shot that I would want a Kak Z for. Dead straight, don't want too much turn, don't want too much fade. I want it to go straight for about 230 feet. So let's do it. Well, that was an awful throw to start. That's putty. The hole fades a little bit to the right, so I'm going to give the Kak Z a little bit of an ante and let it just float over to the right side. Well, I gave it no ante at all and threw it right into the tree, so that's not going to help anybody. Part of the game today. Actually, don't ever side arm the Kak Z, but we're going to go for it, I guess. It's putting. Putting. And we got our first birdie. Another shot that kind of sets up for the Kak Z. It's a little bit on the shorter side. It's about 270, but we have a little bit more fade to the left anyway, so I can kind of slow my arm speed up and hopefully still be able to get it there. So yeah, Kak Z straight up the middle, a little bit of fade. Let's do it. Yeah, I went deep. Kind of thought I was going to go deep, so yeah. Yeah, so we went deep. Again, that might be a problem with this disc. You guys need to throw this a little bit softer if you don't want it to go as far, because it will have the distance, guys. I promise this is a mid-range that you can actually huck. So if you're not looking for a disc to go too far, maybe the Kak Z isn't for you, but if you want a mid-range that kind of goes a little bit farther than the rest of your mid-ranges, the Kak Z is perfectly for you, and it's super straight. So if you need that as well, go for the Kak Z. All right, hole 5, 285 with a slight turn to the right. So I'm gonna go with the Kak Z, obviously, it's Kak Z only round. And then we're gonna give it a baby ante and hopefully just have it glide to the right. Well, that was not part of the plan, but it went straight. Guys, I apologize for not showcasing some of the best Kak Z shots in the world, but I promise if you guys look back at previous videos or really videos of any other person playing the Kak Z, this disc is so game changing. It has been for me. It's my new go-to mid-range, and I'm not a big mid-range guy. It really opens up some shots that I wasn't comfortable with, and now that I can shoot, and I'm just loving this disc so much. Hole 6 is straight 180, but kind of blocked off in the middle, as you can tell. So I'm gonna go with the big hyzer, obviously with the Kak Z up there, put it there, take a birdie. God, that's gross. Throw it there, end up there, because that was freaking gross. Well, ended up on the fairway on hole 7, so at least it's in the open. This is 300 feet. I'm gonna take the left side, hopefully to throw it super straight right at the basket. Well, it's in the middle, but that was not my shot. If that drive looks familiar, drop a like. Two pars. Or one par? We're gonna see if we can get one good straight shot with the Kak Z, because we have 2 holes left. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, we're putting. Well, that shot showcased a little bit better what the Kak Z is all about. It's just nice and straight. They want to have a little bit of turn on it, but super great disc, guys. If you're looking for a brand new mid, you just don't know where to start, I highly recommend the Kak Z. I really think that anyone can get decent throws with this thing. It really works for every shape, every level. So you guys definitely, if you're interested, check one out. Believe it or not, this is actually the first time I've ever gone straight up the middle gap, and we got the birdie. It was like 100 feet away or something, so we're gonna kind of slow down on the Kak Z, hyzer it in there, maybe get an ace or something, I don't know. Yep, that's usually what happens when you throw a mid on a 100-foot hole. Well, that's going to do it for the Kak Z only round, guys. If you guys were interested in throwing this disc, like I said many times before, I highly recommend trying it out. It's a super awesome mid-range. It's my favorite mid-range that I've ever thrown. So, guys, go check it out. Honestly, I don't think you're going to be disappointed, so hopefully do that. This is also my last Cast-O-Plast disc that I have, so the Cast-O-Plast disc rounds are going to be over for now, unless, you know, someone can hook us up, you know what I'm saying? But now suggest other discs that you guys want to see me throw. I know the next disc round only is going to be the Banger GT because someone suggested that. So make sure if you guys want to see me throw a certain type of disc, suggest it in the comment section below, guys. Also, leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell so you get notifications on all the new videos. And as always, guys, make sure to keep throwing.
Thank you so much to everyone who's helped support JK Disc Golf over on Patreon. If you also want to help JK Disc Golf, go over to www.patreon.com/JK Disc Golf.